little adventure, we are going to be making this cross stitch kit that I got for Christmas. It is sunflowers in little looks like pink flowers along with stems. So please join us for this little adventure. Alright, so this kit contains instructions, a hoop, a fabric, an embroidery floss, a needle, and a needle threader. So the hoop is, fabric's very small because you're just gonna put it inside here. And then the instructions aren't too bad. Okay, so if you've never done cross stitching, this is counted cross stitching, not printed cross stitching. So you count the X's or the squares. Okay, so it's very small. This gives you the floss color and the number. So sometimes if you have a larger amount, they will have the floss on a board that gives you the number, and then it gives you the color here. So normally these colors represent those. So if you run out of floss, you can also go buy floss. And then there are, so what they're showing you here is that in the chart it's a square, but when you actually cross stitch, you're doing X's, which if you've ever done a counted cross stitching, that's what you do X's. But there's also different types of stitching. There's regular cross stitch, half stitch, running stitch, and there's also, I don't think they're gonna have any on this one, I'm pretty sure they're not, is back stitching, but there's none of that on here. It's like a solid line. So this looks like it's mostly just regular cross stitching. I don't know, I don't see anywhere where there would be any half stitches. Let's see in this picture. Yeah, I think it's all just straight regular cross stitching. I don't see any area where it'd be half stitching. So this one's pretty simple. I've been cross stitching since I was 12 years old, and so I actually normally design my own stuff, but my youngest son went into Hobby Lobby by himself and got this for me. So I'm super excited to make it and then show it to him. So, alright, cross stitch, you start in your center spot, which here they will have these little arrows on the side, which shows you where to start at. They have the arrows on the bottom. Okay, so the starting point is right here. So, okay, so this one they're having you use 3 strands. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it, you're gonna count out 3 strands. I prefer to normally do 2, but they recommend 3 for this one, so we're gonna do with what they say because it's their design, not mine. All right, so I'm gonna separate the 3 because there's 6 strands per embroidery floss. I'm gonna separate it this way. You just pull it apart, and you gotta be careful it doesn't bunch up at the end and get tangled up in everything. See, like this one, it bunched up. So you gotta be careful it doesn't do that. Alright, so, and then you have your needle threader, which honestly, I don't normally use, but hey, when in Rome, right? They gave me one, so I will try it out. So, there we go. Just pull it right out. So nice. Better than me trying to see with my eyes, because my eyes, I'm old. I'm getting old. Okay, so to find the center of fabric, there are several ways to do it. The smaller one's easy. Just fold it in half. Fold it like this. Now I did take it off of the hoop so I can find my center. And to be honest, I prefer cross stitching without the hoop. So that's just me though. All right, so my center is right about here. Okay. And so their centerpiece has a thing there. So if I go up 1 and to the right, I can start. So cross stitching is kind of like looking at a graph. So, okay, so here is our center. We're gonna go up 1 and to the right. Okay, okay, so I'm gonna pull it through. Now, you can do 2 things. Some people will make a knot at the end, but what I've, to make it nicer, you leave a little bit of a tail there. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here, And I'm going to go through, and then you go over, and you're going to make sure that you cross the back side so you can lock that piece in place. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you'll be cross stitching and this will come out and you'll have missed your stitches. So and then you just look here, and I got 2 up there. Now, I've been cross stitching a long time, so I do a quick thing where I go through instead of pulling all the way back and pulling forward, but that's just me. Most people do this where they go in, pull it to the back, and come back out. It's really your preference because it's your design. It's what you want to do and what's more convenient for you. A lot of people use a hoop too. I prefer not to use a hoop, but that's just me. I will put this on a hoop when I'm done. So, yep. And then you just follow the design. So let me show you just 1 second. All right, so here is what I just did, and that is right here. So here's what I did, and here's where it's at in the design. So sometimes it's easier to see than others, sometimes it's not, but that's what I did.
stitching and we put it in the hoop again. So we have the 3 sunflowers, and then you have the purple and the pink flowers, and then the green leaves and vines. So this took me, I don't know hour-wise, but I finished it in a day. So thank you for joining us for today's little adventure, and please join us for our next today's little adventure.